And another problem is the media. What they're doing is they're trying to use explosive language to show how many people are dying every day. Um, so if you look at their headlines here, I'll just read them out because they're whatever. U.S. deaths hit 40,000. All right, nobody talks about deaths hitting 40,000 when 37,461 people were killed in motor vehicle accidents, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in 2016. How many people die each year? Each year it says that 2 million people in the US die. Deaths and mortality from the CDC. Heart disease, 647,000 people every year. Strokes, 146,000 people every year. Why is the media making this big, this huge panic? USA Today, it's carnage. Heavy toll, 20 new cases. Total cases hit 85,000. A lot of the data that people are getting about the coronavirus is showing that it's even less deadly than the seasonal flu. Because right now, because we can't do all the testing that we need. How often do you want to test yourself? Should I test myself every single day for the rest of my life because I could get it when I don't know that I have it? Should I test myself every second? Should I just walk around with a test kit locked into my arm and carry around with me a big rolling dialysis machine? Should we all have testing helmets so we can't see our faces, and then when we get the coronavirus, the testing helmet tells us, and we don't feel anything anyway because 50% or whatever of the people who have the coronavirus don't even know it comes and passes, and they have no idea that they even are sick. Meanwhile, people do have ideas that they're losing their jobs. People do have ideas that they can't pay their bills. They're getting thrown out on the streets because of a flu. The more we learn about the coronavirus, the less deadly it is. We know this. CNBC, US tops more than 750,000 cases. They're acting like this is a score. They're celebrating and they're trying to say, oh, more cases. This shows that something is happening. Missouri tops 5667 cases. Tops something, like I topped my mile run, or I topped my GPA, or I topped my salary for a substitute teacher. Speaking of the substitute teachers, nobody hears anything about them anymore because they're all unemployed and they didn't have any money saved anyway before the coronavirus, because substitute teachers make maybe $100 a day. They make the same salary as somebody in McDonald's. Substitute teachers aren't being paid, and nobody cares about them anyway. Substitute teachers, they're the worst winners in the public school funding phenomena that shows that 20% or 30% of your town taxes go to funding public schools that create fear societies where people aren't able to go out because they're scared to get the flu, where they have to close down the society because they're scared to get something as deadly as the flu. That's what kind of schools we have today that are making people into pusillanimous crybabies. It's really amazing. It's what we deserve for this. U.S. deaths reach record only 4,000 in 24 hours. Yeah, that'll be bad sometimes, but you have to look. Who are the people that are dying? Do they have 5 underlying health conditions, and are they above a certain age? If people don't take care of their bodies and they have weak immune systems, maybe they should have taken better care of their bodies. Like me. I never get sick. I'm always ready to work because I jog every day, because I lift weights. I'm not a frail person. My health immunity is good because I exercise. I take vitamins. I say my prayers. I follow the 3 commandments. And if people want to sit around their house all the time, eating Dunkin' Donuts and not exercising, then they're going to have weak immune systems and they're going to be killed by the coronavirus because they didn't work hard enough to make their bodies healthy. That's all. I could say 10 things now that directly contribute to a person's ill health that everybody does, but that nobody tries not to do. It's so easy. You should really be ashamed of yourself if you're making people lose their jobs because you're not able to develop your immune system enough because you're lazy or you don't look for the answers and you're instead fine with watching The View or watching CNN News all the time. Europe reaches grim milestone, surpasses 100,000 coronavirus deaths. A milestone! It's like the media is running towards, and every time they reach a milestone, they have to write an article and cheer about it. Oh, another grim milestone. It's so horrible. 100,000. We don't talk about the suicide deaths every year. We should, suicides are the young people that can't get jobs because the old people sent all of our jobs out to China. The young people that can't get jobs because when they go to a job interview, they don't say, oh, I have a family to support and I have my kids, because nobody gets married anymore. The UK, the marriage rate, the 38 years old for a guy. So young people, no jobs, and you think the society is going to be better after this? We're going to be passing grim milestones for suicides. And we think that only a weak person commits suicide. Seneca, the Roman, committed suicide. Cato, the Roman, committed suicide because he didn't want to become a captive of Julius Caesar. A lot of good people commit suicide, and they're going to do it because they don't have jobs. They don't have a good economic outlook for the future. They are in their 20s or 30s and they're not married, they don't have a job, and they feel worthless. A job gives people a sense of purpose. A family gives